Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Behind the Recipe, the show where every dish tells a deeper story. We promised, you waited, and we are delivering. Right here on Behind the Recipe, we're going to connect with people from all walks of life. We're going to talk about culture, we're going to talk about lived experiences, and of course, we're going to learn and enjoy some delicious meals. Join me as we take you on a culinary escapade that you will not regret. I can promise you one thing, we're gonna have fun, we're gonna learn a lot of things, and we're going to build memories. So grab your aprons, crank up that heat on the stove, and let me introduce you to my first guest. My name is Judith, and it's my honor to be your host for today. Like I told you, my first guest will be joining me shortly. He is an astute man with some amazing credentials. He has a background in engineering and he is currently studying for a PhD in chemistry. Talk about a recipe for excellence, intelligence, and brilliance. He also has an amazing love for music. And of course, he is my Akrofi brother. Without much ado, mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, uncles, cousins, join me as I welcome, drumroll, Harold Akrofi. Come on. Grab a chair. Let's do a little bit of chit chat. Welcome to Behind the Recipe.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here.
Yeah, and it's a pleasure to have you in my kitchen. And you are our first guest. That is something, you know.
It's a wonderful honor.
I am so happy. Like, we're doing this finally, and you are here. And thank you so much to Harold because he's been part of the journey from day one. And so big ups to you, brother. We did this. Okay. So Harold, just before we start, I want you to tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, who is Harold? Tell us all the things that we want to know. And, you know, just spill all the dirty tea as well. We want to know everything, okay?
Yeah, so my name is Harold Akrofi-Mantey. I'm from Ghana, so Akrofi in Ghana, the Eastern region.
Nepal, Chelsea.
The Eastern region, I have an engineering background. So I studied in KNUST in Kumasi. Then I did my master's, so that was my bachelor's, and then I did my master's in Germany.
Awesome.
And then I'm in the US now, pursuing my PhD in chemistry.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, you're like from all over the places. Why did you choose to do all these difficult courses? Because I don't think I'm, the least intelligent person in the room, but there is no way I'll be doing engineering and chemistry. So what motivated your journey and your decision to pursue these tough courses?
I think for me, it has always been about, in a weird way, like the path of least resistance.
Yeah.
So you might call them difficult courses, but they were actually what I was good at, right? So the courses you might think are far easier, I felt like, I could do much better in these courses. So that's mainly why I pursued them, because I like them. Yeah.
That's amazing. And you went to Germany. Like, why Germany of all the places? Why not Italy or the UK? Why Germany? What pushed you to pursue further education in Germany?
To be honest, money, right? So
okay, I like an honest man. Okay, tell us about that.
So should I say money or the lack of it, in the sense that, so in Germany they have this system where for the public schools you go to, there's no tuition, right? So it was pretty difficult for me to get funding for my master's, but then in Germany I got admission and I didn't have to pay tuition. So even though I didn't have funding for Germany, I went in, I was working on the side, and then that's how I got through my time in Germany. So it was mainly the lack of money that got me to Germany.
Okay. And after Germany, you decided you wanted to ditch the money and then come here to the States. Why?
America is the land of dreams, right? And I've honestly always wanted to be in the US. It's been a dream I've had for a while. I think for a lot of Ghanaians, I don't know if I should put it that way. You want to, even though we have very good universities, you want to also, get into some of these world-class universities to be able to expand. So, so it's something that I have wanted to do, and the US has like a wide array of schools to choose from, right? I looked at the schools, saw that they had really good research, and I was like, let me get in here and then take advantage of these opportunities.
That's awesome. And by saying Ghana has a lot of amazing universities, I know you are not referring to, but I want to tell you that you're referring to the University of Ghana.
I beg to differ. I beg to differ.
I knew that was coming. So tell us, how has it been so far? I mean, in the States, how has it been so far?
It's been a wonderful experience. I think the people are quite open and friendly, and I've been privileged to have a wonderful Ghanaian community also that I can fall on in case of anything. So my transition has been pretty smooth, all things considered, because of everybody here, yourself included.
Yay! Thank you.
So it's been a good experience.
Wow.
I've liked it.
That's great. So would you say that to thrive as an international student here in the States, you need to have a good community like of Ghanaians, or does it have to be any other community at all?
I think that any helpful or supportive community is good, but then when you have people who come from where you're from, then they understand you, right? And so that has been one factor, because you know that they know where you're coming from, so they know the kind of things you need, what you need to know. So even something that you might not be aware of that you need, they can like proactively tell you that, oh, you are here now, you need to get this and this and this to prepare. So I think that any community is helpful, right? But it is also good to have a community of people from where you're from who understand your struggles.
Yes. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, whenever I go to places where I get to speak Tree with my people, I get so happy. I'm like, oh my God, English can rest for a minute. We're gonna speak Tree, and I'm always so happy to know that I can speak my language with somebody else and then not think about another person hearing what we're talking about. So that's really cool. I really like that. So what is one thing that you were not prepared for? Before coming to the States, what is one of the things that really shocked you the most? Or if it's 2 or 3 or 4, you want to know?
So the first, I would say I really wasn't ready for how important or necessary it was to have a car or a ride. The reason being that, so before that I stayed, I've been in Ghana. In Ghana, you can pick trucks everywhere. You can pick a taxi, you can, and then I was in Germany, or mostly in Europe. The public transport is like really good. So you don't need to necessarily own a vehicle, right? So I kind of had that mindset about developed countries, so to say. So when I got here and I realized that, the public transport is not really as effective as it was in Europe, and that I need to, it's actually necessary to have a car or know someone who has a car so that you can, quickly get from here to here, because taking Ubers are pretty expensive. So
it'll drain you a lot.
It will.
It will drain you.
So that's one thing I wasn't prepared for, among other things.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Harold. So ladies and gentlemen, this is Behind the Recipe, where every dish tells a deeper story. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, and get interactive with us. We're also on Instagram. Our handle is _behind the recipe. We'll list everything in the description box below this video. So, Harold, we're not all about talking, okay? We want to eat something. So what are you preparing for us today?
Well, so today I have my own version of a banana smoothie.
Okay.
So it's something simple, something quick, when you want to, maybe after a workout, you just want to grab something quick before you set out or something. So I'll be using a few stuff. So I'll be using the choicest bananas from wherever you can get bananas. I'll be using Cerelac, right?
Wow. Now that's the first.
Well, this is my own recipe, so
Okay.
I do things my way.
Okay,
right?
so we're having the
And-
banana smoothie Harold edition.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
so I'm gonna wrap you an apron, and we're going to get to cooking. Here you go, brother.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So,
So we're gonna go through the ingredients that we're gonna use, and we're also going to talk about your journey.
Yes.
Because lots of people would love to sojourn to America, to Canada, to Germany, and all these places. Lots of people are interested in your journey, but the whole problem is who to talk to. And people have been through situations where they have their money taken away from them with false pretenses and under false prospects. So we want to know about your journey, how it was, like application process, visa problems, everything. Like tell us all about it. So we're gonna delve into the food, and then we're gonna still chit chat, and then hopefully one person will be saved and helped today. We're
I
good?
look forward to it.
Okay.
Alright, so every time before you cook, it's very important that you wash your hands, get rid of any germs that might be on your hands from whatever you've been doing throughout the day. Because anything that goes into your body must be as clean as possible. So it's always necessary as a chef that you get your hands super clean before you touch any of the food that you might be using.
Okay, and coming from an engineer and a chemist, soon to be scientist, we're gonna take that seriously, aren't we?
Yeah.
All right.
Good advice.
Yes, thank you for that advice. And I'm gonna get my hands clean as well. And then I'm gonna be your sous chef for the day.
I'd appreciate the help.
Yes, I cannot wait to taste what you have. So we're all ready now. Now tell us what we're going to use for our amazing banana smoothie, Harold style.
Yes, definitely. So for banana smoothie, of course, you cannot do without your bananas. So get your choices or your choice bananas. I have some eggs here. So these are raw eggs. And also some brioche bread. So they contain more sugar than usual. So eat them sparingly, but I don't take too much. So I don't take too much sugar. I also have some peanut butter here.
I love peanut butter.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I have some Cerelac, and then I have some coconut juice, and also some condensed milk. So you can either use condensed milk or you can also use fresh milk, whichever one you have available. They both work. All right, so to start with, I'm going to start with my bananas. Can I have a blender?
Absolutely, I've got you. Here you go.
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So you peel off your bananas.
Okay, I like that. All right, so let's talk about moving to Germany.
Yes.
Tell us about the process going to Germany from Ghana, how it was like.
So applications to German schools aren't as demanding as US schools.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's much simpler, much easier.
Oh.
So I did the applications, and Germany was the most favorable. So then I started working on my visa. And the visa process, so you need a certain amount of money, right? Because I wasn't funded, so I needed a certain amount of money.
So, wait, how many schools did you have to apply for in Germany?
In Germany, I applied to about 3 schools.
Okay.
But I was just in Germany, so I applied to other countries also.
Okay.
But just in Germany, I think it was about 3 schools.
Okay.
And then, I got admission into one of them,
Wow.
the Technical University of Dortmund.
Awesome. I see. So peanut butter goes in first?
Yes.
All
Can I
right,
have a
looking
spoon
for
for
you a
that?
spoon for that. All right, here you go.
Yeah.
Okay, let me help you with that lid. Am I being a good sous chef?
Definitely, the best.
Yay, thank you. All right, so you said you applied to, you got admission to the Technical University?
Of Dortmund, yes.
Oh.
So I got admission to the Technical University of Dortmund. And then I began my visa application process. So in Germany, you need to have this amount of money in your account.
Yeah.
So I got that ready, and then also the documentations that I needed. So also one thing about German visa is it is actually quite, it takes some time, right, for you to get the dates to do your interview. So you make sure that you put in the application on time,
Yeah.
or you book the appointment on time so
Okay.
that you are able to get it in.
I see. All right. So with regards to the peanut butter, do you use it like depending on how much you want, or is it like 2 bananas to 1 teaspoon of peanut butter?
I think it's more of a taste thing.
Okay.
So I really don't have a certain measurement that I go by. So usually I use like 1 banana for a person or 2 bananas for 2 people.
Okay.
Kind of. But then in terms of the peanut butter, it's really just it's vibes.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
just
So we're
not
on a good vibe. So does that mean we have a good vibe today or a not so good vibe today?
a good vibe.
Awesome. Okay. So in goes the Cerelac.
Yes.
Okay.
So I can just take some of the Cerelac.
Okay.
And
Okay.
for 2 bananas, I usually take about 1.5 teaspoons of the Cerelac.
Okay. Okay. So in goes our coconut water.
Yes.
I
So-
love coconut water so much.
Yeah, so you put in some coconut water too. Also for coconut water, sometimes I like to go with a vibe.
Yeah.
Right, just
Let the spirit lead you.
Yes.
And we will follow.
Just put in a little bit.
Okay. So what kind of documents do you have to prepare? Like what documents do you prepare?
Yes, so first of all, your educational qualifications, right? WASI, bachelor's, if you have a master's, you include that. You also, as I mentioned, the bank statements that you have the money ready. If you have documents that show that you have a strong ties to the country, right? So whether it is your marriage certificate if you're married, or a job employment letter or things like that. Businesses, right, etc. And then also other documents that they might list for you to bring. Yeah, then you include all of them and then you bring them.
So one thing that you should know is that everything has to be legit, okay? If you have dreams of coming to the States as an international student or going anywhere else in the world, the last thing you want to do is to submit documents that are fraudulent. Is that right?
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. So please make sure that you know exactly what you're submitting to any embassy in Ghana. Know what you're putting your signature on, because it will come back to haunt you. I tell you that much. You could get banned, you could get into a lot of troubles, and we don't want that, okay? Because we need all the good brains to get amazing academic experience that they deserve, okay?
Yeah.
And this is Behind the Recipe. We are going to delve into coming here into America, because we're here in the United States of America, and so we want to get information to you in a way that no other platform will. We're going to connect with people from different majors, talk about chemistry, math, communication, psychology, French, and every other discipline that you can think of. So here Harold is, and he's a chemistry major. So if you have any dreams of coming to the States to study any graduate degree in chemistry, you might want to stick around, okay? All right, so Harold, we have our ingredients ready. And I love the fact that we have a lot of milk. You know, it means it's going to be very creamy and very rich, just the way I like it.
Yeah. I love it like that.
So what is our next step?
Yeah, so now we are going to blend it. So we have our smoothie ready.
Yay! And I have the glass ready. So one for me, one for you.
Yes, thank you so much.
I'm sorry, producers and directors, ooh, that looks good.
Yeah. I like the consistency.
I love it. And we added no water.
Yeah, no water.
I love it. All right. So Harold, let's talk about the process with regards to coming to the USA. Okay.
Yes.
But before that, let's just taste it and then see how it tastes like.
Yes.
Just a taste, because we're gonna do another thing, right? Okay. So I'll put that away.
Oh, sure.
Great.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. So cheers to life.
Cheers. Ladies first.
Oh my God.
What do you think?
Now I know this is a cliche, but this is really good. It's really good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. That's my own special recipe.
And I can assure you I'm not having banana smoothie any other way. It's really good. Like, I like the sweetness. It's not too sweet, but it's just the right level of sweetness. And
that's why I love it.
I mean, I can imagine myself having a full day of lectures and then just grabbing this and then going and just...
It's very refreshing.
I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So what else are we going to do?
Alright, so we're going to get some egg, where we're gonna fry our egg and then put it in some bread and have it as a quick meal.
Okay, so that's what we call chibum.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
Okay, so as we get ready with our eggs, chibum, I want you to talk to us about the process coming here to the US. How different was it from going to Germany? Or even not just about the difference anyway, we just want to know your journey.
Okay.
So just run us through from the top to the bottom. How many schools you applied to, if you needed any help, if you had any help from somebody who was in the States before you came. So just talk to us about the application process first, and then we're going to go on to the next thing.
Definitely. So I think that getting into the US, it requires a lot of work, even in getting your documents. So some of the documents that you would need, so you would need your statement of purpose. So that tells about your journey so far, basically. Get your statement of purpose. You write it up. You can get people who are ahead of you to check it and read through, make sure that it's good. And then also recommendation letters. So in the US, it's big on recommendation letters.
Okay.
So if you are applying for a master's, you need about 2, PhD usually 3 recommendation letters. So it's good to have recommendation letters from your professors. And then also you're going to need other documents. So depending on where you're applying to. So sometimes they ask for a diversity statement, like what you're going to bring on board or what you're going to do different in the department based on the school. Right? They ask for different things. So what you need to do is do a lot of research on the program that you're going to read, right? And so it involves a lot of work, but it is worth it, right? So what you do is you go online, you research based on the program that you want to do. So for instance, I wanted to do a PhD in chemistry, so I searched for the schools doing PhD in chemistry, search for what they require, check that I have all that they need. Nowadays, a lot of the schools don't really require you to have GRE.
So let's talk back, let's just go back to talking about the process coming to America. So you made mention of a personal statement.
Yes.
And what are some things that should be in a personal statement that a student submits?
So your personal statement is basically your story or your journey. So even when you look online, you can get lots of examples of them. So it talks about your journey all the way from, your busy school, like you can talk about your journey and the things that you've had to overcome, obstacles that you faced to your journey. You can also talk about what inspires you for you to do the program that you're applying for, the particular skills that you have that make you a good fit, what you're bringing on board. So it's basically combines your essence into an essay. So that's why they call it the personal statement. Because it's all about you. And you also can talk about some people that you like to work with who are in the department that you want to join.
So even though he said you can find examples online, please do not plagiarize.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a big thing. I remember in uni, my academic writing teacher would say that is called intellectual robbery, and you could go to jail for that. So do not plagiarize. You can take inspiration from examples that you see online, but make it yours, because like he said, it is personal. And thank you. And another thing that people reach out to me and talk about is getting references.
Yes.
So it's not the easiest of things to get a reference from universities in Ghana. How was it like for you, and what advice do you have for anybody who's struggling to get a reference?
Yes, so luckily I had some professors who were able to jump in and then do the references for me. It's not always easy to be able to get this, so sometimes you have to be on the professors and be reminding them, because they are very busy people. So you have to constantly be reminding them here and there. It's also a good idea not to have just 3 people lined up, because you need 3 references. So if you have maybe about 5 people lined up that you talk to, and then maybe you put in about 3 of them, and then you keep pushing on them. So if in case one person does not do it, you can fall on the others to also jump in and do that for you. Yeah, so it's basically about keep going on to the professors. And while you're in school, you are still in school, try to develop a good relationship with the professors so they can go back to them to do that.
Thank you so much, Harold. So now let's talk about applying. how many schools did you apply to in the States, and how many did you get admitted into?
So firstly, I'd like to say that the applications, I don't want to say luck, but everybody has, their different way that it goes for them. So some people apply to just one school and then they get picked. Some people a number of schools. So I applied actually for about 17 schools.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Oh my God, 17. Now that's a first. I know people that apply to 5 schools, 6 schools, but 17.
Yes.
You really were dedicated.
Yes, I really wanted to get in and do the program that I wanted to do. So I applied to 17 schools. I think I got into about 3 of them out of the 17.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 of them actually, and 1 of them put me on the waiting list.
Okay.
And the other person, and then a 4th school told me to come do a paid masters, which I didn't have the money for.
Yeah.
So, yes.
I see. And did you have to pay for application fee for all these 17 schools?
Some of them I did. So some of them I paid. Others too, they offer fee waivers. Sometimes they have, when you go on their website, they have a fee waiver or a code that you can use. So when you go to the program website about the program and you read, and then they put it there that, there's a fee waiver, you can use the code. Or if you email the program coordinator or director and you tell them about your financial situation, because I wasn't in a good financial situation. So I told them about this and they said, okay, you can use this code as your fee waiver. So it's always a good idea to contact the people in charge.
Okay. How long did it take for you to get a response? What is the wait time like?
So mostly people do the application. So the place which has the most scholarships is usually in the fall semester. So you apply from August all the way to December, and you try to put in your applications early enough. So as soon as possible, because the earlier you put it in, it's first come first serve.
Okay.
So you put it in early. So I put my applications, and some of them were a little late. I think where I am currently, Turkey, I put in the application, I think early January, if I'm not wrong. And I was lucky to get in. I got my response about a month later.
Okay.
Yes, I got my response in the middle of February. So it depends. So if I put in my application early, let's say if I put it in September, I would have gotten it still around February.
Okay.
So usually the decisions come in February, March, you would know where you stand.
Okay. And you got your admission. Congrats.
Yes. Thank you.
And how hard or how difficult was it for you to choose which school you wanted to go to?
So for me, it wasn't a very difficult decision because, as I said, I got into just 2 schools, and then one of them had me on the waiting list.
Okay.
So out of these 2 schools, one of them offered me a better package in the sense that, so the University of Kentucky, where I am currently, they gave me their research there was better suited to what I wanted to do.
Okay.
Right. So I wanted to delve into catalysis, and they had more of that in the University of Kentucky compared to the other school that I had. So it wasn't too difficult a decision, but I think you can look at some of those factors like which are you able to do the research that you want to do? The professors that are there, are you comfortable working with them? You may not know them, but you can read about them and things like that. Try contacting some students who are already there and see how you can connect with them, and then they can give you more information. Also, you look at, the money is also important. So that can also factor.
Because you need to live.
Yes.
You need to live,
So is it fully funded and things like that? Yes.
That's amazing. Now, with you, did you get your fully funded offer together with the admission process, or did you have to get the admission and then seek funding later on?
So it all depends on the department and the school you're applying to. So for my particular school, it comes together as a package.
Okay.
As long as you get admission to the PhD program, you're offered funding as a teaching assistant. So you enter with teaching assistantship. Later on, you can get research assistantship from your lab. My initial one, I got funded. I didn't have to apply for funding separately.
Okay.
So when I read on the description of the program, they told me about such things. That, as soon as I get in, I'll still be given funding.
Okay.
So
that's great.
Yes.
That's really great, because I know some people, they need to get admission and then they seek funding. So it's good that yours came as a full package. Yeah. Congrats again.
Thank you.
All right. And so now we have our admission. Hooray. We know the school that we're going to. Tell us about the elephant in the room, the visa application process and the visa process itself.
Yes.
That is a huge deal for most people. So prospective international students, if you have your admission now or if you're still applying, this is a video for you. We have Harold in the kitchen today. Harold is a PhD in chemistry student at the University of Kentucky. He did his master's in engineering in Germany, and he's here to talk about his process and his journey. Moving to the USA. So Harold, tell us about the visa application process.
So the visa can be very hectic for a lot of people.
Do tell.
For mine, I would say I was on the luckier side because at the time that I got admission, I was in Germany.
Okay.
So I was able to get an early date. I know that for those in Ghana, yes. I know for those in Ghana, you need to be checking frequently to make sure there's a date open. You need to book as soon as possible to get an early date.
So does that mean you applied for your visa in Germany?
I applied for my visa in Germany. So I went for my visa interview in Berlin.
Okay.
And then I got my visa in Germany also. So yes, I had the documentation that I needed. So I checked online for the needed documentation. So when you book the dates, they send you like an email and then the documentation that you need.
Yes.
So I made sure that I had all those documents because my admission was fully funded. So I didn't really need to bring any financial documentation.
Like bank statements or anything like that. All right.
So most of them were documents that were provided by the school. So my I-20, my previous certificates and things like that. And then those were some of the documents that I needed. And I also needed to pay the service fee. So the service fee you can usually pay with Western Union, or if you know someone in the US too, you can contact them and then that person helps pay.
Awesome. All right. So now we have our documents all set together, and now we're going for the interview. Run us through the preparation that you had to go through before you actually went to the embassy for the interview.
So for the interview, I spoke with a few friends who had already been through the process. They helped me with some questions that could be asked. And I also checked online for some possible questions, made sure I had the right answers for these questions. And then I also made sure all my documentation was in place. And then there are people who also do like practice, right? So you can practice. So you can have a friend who asks you some of these frequently asked questions, and then you go ahead and then practice with them, answer with them, and then see that you have everything ready.
So it doesn't have to be somebody that you're paying. It could be like any friend that can just run or just do it with you and then ask you the question. Definitely.
It doesn't need to be paid. If, however, you feel that somebody who you're going to pay is going to give you the best experience, of course, that's not a bad idea if you can afford it.
That's another reason why I think you need to make sure that your personal statement is your personal statement. Because in the personal statement, you're going to add why you're choosing the school, why you're choosing the program, why you're choosing, because there are a million schools in America, okay? I mean, and so why are you choosing this particular school? So you need to make sure that your personal statement is indeed personal so that when you're asked, you are speaking from your soul, okay? And you're not just reading like just a script, because they will know, they will really know. So we're almost wrapping up here, but we've gotten to my favorite part because I'm so nosy and I really want to get up close and personal with you. Are you ready for me?
I'm ready for it.
Okay, Harold. So tell us what you do for fun. Are you always in your chemist mode or in your engineering mode? What do you do for fun?
Mostly listen to music. I love listening to music. I love writing music. So I listen to music a lot, or I watch movies.
I see. Well, I want to just implore you to just write a music for me, like one song for me. Use my name, just.
I will. I'm actually working on a song called Gigi.
I cannot wait. Yeah, okay. So Harold, are you married? Are you in a relationship? Are you in an entanglement? Are you single? I know people want to know.
No, I'm single.
You're single?
Yeah. I'm single.
Really?
Yeah.
And ready to mingle?
Sure, the right person, definitely.
Oh, okay. And what does the right person look like?
Someone who, is a perfect fit for who I am, you understand? So someone who understands the person that I am, and I can help and can help me, that's the right person for me.
Well, I think I know someone.
Oh.
Well, I'll just send you an email.
I'll look forward to it.
All right, so let's do something really fun. Like let me give you some rapid fire questions, okay? And you have like split seconds to answer. So think on your feet, okay? All right, cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Okay. Summer or winter?
Definitely summer.
Work or play?
Play.
Love or friendship?
Love.
University of Ghana or Tech?
Tech. Always.
I knew that was coming. Oh my God, Harold, I've had a great time with you.
Same here.
And well, you gave me another way to try my smoothie. And I love your chibon with your brioche bread. Yeah, so thank you so much for coming, Harold.
You're
We
welcome.
appreciate your input, and then we appreciate everything that you shared here today. And we wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you so much.
I cannot believe that I'm gonna have a chemist as a friend, okay? And my children are gonna have Uncle Harold as a chemist.
Yes,
That's amazing,
yes.
yeah. So you're an amazing person. We love you so much, and thank you for coming. Okay, lovely people, thank you so much for sticking and staying with us. This is Beyond the Recipe. Every dish tells a deeper story. We were joined today by Harold, and he talked about his journey from Ghana to Germany, and from Germany all the way to the United States of America. And it has been an amazing time with you. Please do not forget to support our channel. Please subscribe, comment, like, and share. We love hearing from you. So drop your comments or your suggestions or your ideas in the comment box below. And most importantly, please follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is _Beyond the Recipe. We're going to drop all the description in the description box below. See you next time. Beyond the Recipe.
Every dish tells a deeper story.
Yeah.
Bars on the mother.
Yeah, I can't catch, Johnny, I can't touch. Down house, I go work in one big rush. Cause she make late traffic with the syntax. So their show boss, Charlie, he just want tear cash. See me looking raw, share my bread rough. The job there sometimes it be real tough. Tell me dream, one, I want quit step. But when this car do I stress show spin text.